welcome Jim and Richard to the interview. Obviously we're going to get onto the game in a second. Welcome back, Richard, to Latimer Park first of all, and welcome back in a managerial capacity this time, and Jim back as a assistant manager. So first of all, just talk us through how it's all working, how it all came about and how you're settling in.
Okay, it's been a bit of a whirlwind few days, to be honest. Obviously I was at Corn. Obviously they approached me in the week, obviously do want to take charge, and obviously I spoke to Jim, and obviously I can't turn down the offer of coming here. I was doing well at Corn, but obviously when this come up, I've got to take the offer. So obviously I did.
Brilliant. Jim, you go back into assistant manager role, which is where you came when you first joined. Yeah. How is that for you, obviously dropping back down into that, and is it something that you were sort of pushing for, or was it something that you were just happy to do when it came up?
Yeah, no, I think the appointment of Lavs is really key. You know, I've been supportive of getting someone else in, whether it be alongside me as assistant or someone else that can come in and take the hot seat and me drop back into the job that I originally was doing. I think it was needed for the club to solidify what we've got, backroom staff, but also for the players as well. I think they needed another voice, someone that knows the club as well, which is ideal. And you know, we spoke at length yesterday, and you know, it's clear I think that we can complement each other quite well. And also with the introduction of Tom coming in and Frankie still about, we've not lost anyone. It's just enhancement of what we've got, and I think it's the right thing. Like we said to the group, it's the right thing, what we need. You know, we've got 13 games or 12 games. 12 games now in the league to really go at, and it's a club's in the position where it shouldn't be. And if we can use every resource possible to get ourselves into that position that we deserve to be, then we need to do it now, and that's why Lav's come in, and hopefully we can stabilise and then push on for next year.
Obviously, just before we get on to the game, Kelvin Langmead, who was the assistant manager, what does his role now become? Is it now more just a playing role whilst assisting sort of with the coaching, or is he sort of pretty much a player coach at this point?
He's gone back to obviously being a player, obviously what he signed for. So obviously I don't think he minds that, does he? It's one of the things he don't mind doing it, and he can coach down playing, can't he? So that's a good thing.
Brilliant. Getting on to the game then, it was a potential for a difficult afternoon. Leamington are in very good form at the moment, and of course recent results have been just sort of against the Poppies, but certainly today you felt that the team held their own and showed that it was a difficult afternoon actually for Leamington in the end.
Yeah, obviously it's my first game, and obviously I said to Jim, you might as well win the game today, but obviously when I got here I can't help myself but get involved, and I thought they showed a lot of character today. Probably a point was a fair result. We could have nicked it, they could have nicked it, but we're happy with a point. And I thought the attitude and the determination and the grit was what I'm all about, so it can only get better.
There was a contrast in the game, Jim, from first half to second half. First half, Leamington were really pushing and there was a lot of defending to be done. But second half, it was the other foot. The Poppies came out and really started putting some pressure on the Leamington goal. You must be really happy that the team have been able to show both sides of the football game today. Yeah,
we've said it for a while that, you know, when we have lost games, we've only shown for 50%, a good half, bad half, etc. And I don't think first half was bad. I think we battled, we had to ride the storm, we did that well. Probably conditions, you know, wind was going one way, they're happy to be direct and put it on you. We had to defend well, and I think we did that really well, to be honest. I think we were more frustrated in the first half about the ball coming back too early and too quickly. Second half, like you say, we were able to get more, you know, dominance in that final third. Again, we weren't acute enough in those areas to test the keeper enough. I think he's made one good save off Kobe near the end, tipped over. But you know, that will come because Michael's new to the group, Kobe's new to the group. There's a new face with Lavs and Tom coming into the group, so it will come. I think, you know, if I'm Lavs now looking at that, I feel that there's good work to do in there. If that's the foundation, then there's so much more that we can improve on, and that's good.
I was just going to mention there, you mentioned the two new signings. They were sort of before Lavs took over. So how did you feel they did today? Obviously Michael got the full 90, Kobe came on in the second half. Both looked quite promising, you think?
Yeah, I thought they did well. I think Michael's work rate was excellent. I think, you know, he's not played this level before. He's not really played a lot of men's football before, so he's got to adapt to that level. But he showed good spirit in his work rate, and I think he was threatening when he got the ball to feet, especially a couple of times in the first half and second half. There was a bit of liveliness about him. I think the fans would like him, you know, to continue to do that, which is great. Kobe's obviously at Kings Lynn full time, but he's come to us to the end of the season. Again, really good prospect, knows this level. Keen to drive and you know, push himself on, and again I think his work rate, not just his qualities but his work rate in the second half was great as well, with his defensive covering. So look, those two guys will fit in nicely until the end of the season into a group where, you know, there might be, you know, 2 or 3 other additions as well, which will only strengthen us. And It's positive, to get a point against Leamington home or away is positive, especially where they are on the table. And also looking at results today, we needed to get something, which is ideal. We're going to come up against teams that probably on paper aren't as good as Leamington. We need to show the same heart and desire, and hopefully results go in our favour.
Richard, obviously you've just joined in as just in the last day. Are you looking to maybe make some playing changes, or are you happy just to see what you've got first, because it's so very early days before you start making any decisions?
Yeah, I think me and Jim spoke over the last couple of days, and obviously I know I can bring in a couple of players to add to this squad, and the squad is good, but sometimes you need a change, and I know I can add to probably 2 or 3 that'll make the squad better. Obviously I looked up today, I said it's a clean slate for me. I think the lads are doing well, but I know I can change and bring 2 or 3 obviously more quality to the team.
Do you get the sense now that there are some players in there that are now playing to impress you and playing for their place in this squad?
Well, you'll find that at any level, won't you? When a new manager comes in, obviously they performed, didn't they? Same as when Jim took over as interim manager, he got 2 wins, and obviously you find that, but then they get into a comfort zone and they think I'm playing every week. When a new face comes in and 2 new people come in, obviously it changes all the dimension, doesn't it? So yeah, hopefully I'll bring in 2 or 3 players. Me and Jim will speak in the week and hopefully add to it, so yeah.
Looking forward, Mickleover, of course, it was your first win as permanent manager, Jim. They again have lost today. It looks like their bubble has burst from their early season form, but it's not going to be just to turn up and expect them to be in a bad run of form, is it? You know the qualities that they're going to possess.
Yeah, look, we want to have the same desire and passion that was shown today. I think on a 4G pitch at Mickleover, it'd be better for us to play a bit more football, but that heart and desire and work rate, that always has to be a given, and that's sometimes that we've not always been able to show. We showed it that first game against Mickleover here at home, same sort of conditions as today, and we were able to prove 2 set pieces that went our way in that game and probably could have happened this game. Away at their place, they're going to be used to playing football on there. It's just really about nullifying but working hard, and look, Mickleover, regardless of results, you take every game as it comes, and you prepare the same way as if there's no form. You have to beat the team that's on the day. For us, we're fighting and battling to get ourselves away from the relegation zone as quickly as possible. We don't want to be waiting until 1, 2, 3 games. We now need to start pushing ourselves up to a level of table. And there's going to be teams in and around us that are getting dragged in. Hitchin lost today; they're getting dragged in. We're 2 points behind them. 2 games behind them with 6 points to gain. So there's a lot still to happen, but if other teams are going to get points in around us, we need to ensure that we're still on that train and showing that kind of performance.
Both, thank you very much. We'll see you at Mickleover, and welcome again, Rich.
Thank you very much. Take care.